welcome back to this week's video. I cannot believe it. I had a day off this week and I came in to a huge Charlie Bear delivery. Luckily it had all been priced and popped out on display, which makes it even easier for me to showcase these great new items with you. Look who's here. Can you guess? Aren't they just the biggest pair of ears you can see now on the camera? This is Phlox and this is one of the new bunnies. Now talk about something a little bit different. The fabric on this one is really interesting. If you look closely, it's actually printed with like a floral pattern. So it has a green flower and the pinks and the lilacs. Now this one is definitely an acquired taste. I quite like it because it's very unusual, but I think it would have to fit in with your decor, or even if you're just collecting the rabbit, this one would certainly stand out in the crowd. It's lovely. It's a new edition for 2022 and it's coming in at £58. Now, if you want to purchase off our website, you will receive free delivery on all our Charlie Bears, regardless of size. So that's always worth checking out. Also, we have some great offers coming up as well soon. So if you're as passionate about Charlie Bears as we are here, then of course we all like a great deal, don't we? So this one I thought was great to start the video with, as it's just something so vibrant and puts you in a great mood for the day. There are so many that have arrived too. Something a little bit more traditional, but I have to say super soft and tactile is this beauty. And this is Stef. Yes, we have a real Stef working here too, so we thought this would be a lovely namesake. Isn't she gorgeous? The colour on this one is really unusual. At first glance, I thought it was a little bit more green, but now I'm looking a bit more carefully. It's actually got an undertone of the grey with a top shading, and it's a little bit like a pistachio colour, so not as green as I first thought. I also like this detail here. They've actually accented the paws on this one, of course, with these great sculpted paws, with this very pale baby blue soft velour, and then the suede edge. So that's quite a nice little added detail there. It also matches on all the paws too. This one is very super soft, of course designed by Isabel Lee and coming in a little bit more at £90. Now the prices on Charlie Bears have naturally increased this year, but the fabrics have definitely improved. Some of these fabrics, a lot of them made for the couture market, are just really top quality. So when sometimes you're putting two together that have quite a big price difference, then you are looking at things like the sculpted paws and also the quality of the fabrics and the detail in the pattern and the stitching. So although I'm totally in love with this one because it's a puppy, and I wish they would actually do more puppies and kittens because they're always super popular. This is Little Shadow, but he's such a puppy, you could just nurse him like a little baby too. He's got that lovely bell and red collar around his neck, and this one's coming in at £50. So this range is a really great price point and a great starting point if you're new to Charlie Bear collecting. At the end of the day, it's not about how much it costs, it's more important what appeals to you. And we see so many collectors and even very young collectors coming in and choosing, and it's what first attracts them to that bear or bunny or even puppy. And even though they look through the all probably 200 bears we have here of Charlie Bear collection, retired and current, they will always go back to that very first one that caught their eye when they walked in. But I have to say that this one I love because it's just that little bit soulful too. Now this is probably the only puppy we have at present, but looking at some of the other super cuties and a really great like pocket money Charlie Bear is this one. Now this is Minnie. So Minnie by name and Minnie by size. She is also jointed. She has a very sweet, super soft plush. Now the colour is lovely. She's actually a pinky lilac colour, and you can see the difference there with the bow, because the bow is very, very pink, but you can see there's just that hint of lilac as well. Isn't she cute? She's probably only around 7 inches and coming in at £25. When I saw this one, I thought, what a lovely gift for someone. This would make a really sweet little gift, and it's an affordable price too, and still with that Charlie Bear collector's tag, which is always great for the future of collecting Charlie Bears as well. What I'm finding now is they're retiring the Charlie Bears very, very quickly, and it's quite hard to keep pace with everything that's coming out onto the market, and they often disappear into the retired collection before we actually even sometimes receive them here in store or manage even to buy them for the collection. But that one's great. I can't imagine that this will be the only one in the series, and I'm sure that they'll be adding lots of different colours to this range too. It would be nice, wouldn't it? They could do all sorts of great blues and greens and maybe oranges in this range. It would be absolutely lovely. Now another one, this fabric I have seen before on some of the retired bears, and it's quite nice that they've brought that back into this year's collection. Now this is Pikelet, so I don't know what you think of his name. It's a little bit crazy, and he's £42. I would say coming in roughly around 11 inches, fully jointed. So with a lot of these teddies that come in sometimes with a lot less detail, say in the pattern, the sculpted paws, or even the sculpting in the face pattern, it's the fabrics that then create the appeal. So it is really amazing how a fabric can totally transform any teddy bear pattern and make it look like something really, really interesting and special. So this is Pikelet, and that's what I feel is fun about this one. It's the fabric that you're really attracted to, and also it just has that sweet little organza bow around the neck. So coming in at £42. So again, I feel that's like in the starter range of the Charlie Bears, so definitely worth looking at as one of the new collection. It's amazing. They have sent some really fabulous ones, and one of my real favourites, we only received part order last time of this one and it sold out here super quick. We've now received the rest of the order and she is back in stock, and this is Hilary. Now this is a very, very luxurious bear. The fabric on this is just breathtaking. The colourways, the pattern, the typical Isabel Lee face. But for me, it's that contrasting fur that they've used. And I love this. It's very, very candy pink undertone with this like feathered effect on top of the fur, but then trimmed on the ears and the legs. But then the body is the cream and pink. So it really is just like a big ball of candy floss. Now this is from the sort of more elite collection, coming in at £125. But even down to the no shading, the stitching and the shape of that pattern, these are really some of the super best in the collection. So Hilary is back. I don't think she'll be with us for very, very long, as the pink ones just fly off the shelf. So Charlie Bear decided to continue the Bear House collection, and for some collectors it can be a little bit confusing as they do have the same colour tag. In previous years the Bear House collection did have a different colour tag. I believe it was like a purpley colour, so this did definitely differentiate between the Plush collection, the Isabel collection and the Bear House collection. Anyway, they have continued this range, but they've certainly improved not only the quality, the fabrics and the patterns, but they're coming in line now with a lot of the Charlie Bear Plush collection. The only difference is they're not jointed, so their limbs and head are in a fixed position. Now I don't think that matters too much because the shape of this one, it really, really works in that sitting position, and I don't feel it's one that you would probably stand at any point. Isn't it cute though? This is coming in at £65 and this is Melbourne. I do think that this is really interesting, and this collection is certainly growing stronger and stronger, and I think it's nice because they've discontinued so many of their ranges over probably the past 5 or 6 years, and it's a shame really, because I know that the 2023 collection is already going to be a lot smaller collection. I'm actually meant to now be sitting on a Zoom call with Charlie Bears themselves, choosing the new bears for 2023. But why do I need to do that when I just order the whole range anyway? And it's up to them. They just dribble in, and we do not do pre-orders here. So it's literally a first come, first serve basis. So if we have it here, then you're welcome to purchase it, or even on our website too. So I've no idea yet what's coming out for 2023, and I'll just have to wait a little bit longer, and not that we can share that with you anyway until a lot later on. So I thought, instead of being on the Zoom call, I will showcase here what we have in stock, especially the new ones that have arrived. Let's just check out who else came in too on that delivery. I am in love with this one. Now, we know how popular hedgehogs are, and we sell a lot of the Hansa hedgehog. The Hansa bears here and animals are very, very realistic and extremely popular. But this one has just absolutely melted my heart. Check out this one. Isn't it cute? So this is one with the more flat feet, so in a standing position. You can also pose it to sit. It is jointed, but really with these big flat feet, they do look great standing. Now this is a teddy disguised in a very sweet little hedgehog styled outfit. So he's all dressed up there. He doesn't really know what he wants to be. And it's got these very, very cute embroidered strawberries on the front. But isn't that adorable? Coming in at £69. This is Sweet Dreams. So I know lately they have been doing quite a lot of the bears dressed in different animal costumes. We have, I think it's Romper somewhere. Here he is. So you can see there's another great one, and this is Romper, £50, dressed there as a bunny. So isn't it fun? And if you have a few of the same size in these collections, then you could actually swap outfits. That would be quite good fun, wouldn't it? It's just, I'm not sure how many are actually coming in at the same size, but yeah, there's quite a few. This is also a super cute one. This is Pantaloon, and I remember when I saw the image of this one, I was convinced that it was a white bear, and when it arrived, it's got this adorable pale pink curly hair, dressed as a sweet little panda. So this one's available for £45, but again, coming in at that price point, under £50. So great if you're wanting to start that Charlie Bear collection. But aren't these sweet? These ones, I think, just would look so cute as a little group of teddies, all dressed as different characters. Absolutely adorable. It's also quite nice, even if you miss out on that year, that we do sell a lot of beautiful retired bears here. So if you're looking for something, I know we've had so many requests lately for certain names, and we have managed to find a lot of those for the Charlie Bear fans that shop here. We are an amazing store here of 45 years, and we never ever like to have less than at least 200 Charlie Bears on our shelves to offer you. I mean, I could talk all day about beautiful teddies from Charlie Bears. This one has also just come in. I've just got to show you this one because it is so cute. This is not a current collection. This is a retired piece. And this is Heidi. Isn't she gorgeous? I mean, I did a little poll on Instagram last week, and I was asking how many of you collected like retired bears and current bears, and it came out really about 50-50. But when you actually see some of these older retired bears, they are the sweetest expressions, and I'm sure you would just love to adopt her. Isn't she beautiful? She's got the bells round the neck. She's got this bluey grey, soft plush, but it's the face. The faces on some of these are absolutely mouth-watering. Isn't she lovely? So we always have probably half and half retired and current. Now, if you're looking for one of the retired bears of the bigger collection, check out Cooper here. He is absolutely breathtaking. And again, some of these older faces, they really do speak to you. They have so much charisma. Imagine him just sitting on a chair in your living room. Wouldn't that just be a lovely talking point for when your friends come round? And this is what happens with teddy collecting. You start with one, and before you know it, you can have a hug the size of this. It really is the most addictive hobby. Now, another super popular teddy is Mary. Now, Mary's quite a rare bear now and always very difficult to access, and we get a lot of requests for Mary, which we've now fulfilled. So we have one available here with us, and this is retired bear Mary, and she is just gorgeous. She has her sweet little bells, her bow, and her little, well, it would be like a little hair detail, wouldn't it, on her ear there. So this one is available with us here. I'll have to check if she's on the website, because I'm sure she'll be adopted very quickly. Every time I do these Charlie Bear videos, Mary is one of the most requested bears that we get asked for. It really is. She's always been so popular. I think that's because with them being such a lot smaller production run, this sometimes makes these older ones a lot harder to find, which is making the market very high on some of the retired bears and extremely collectible. So my advice to you is always buy exactly what you love, because if you're having Mary, say, sitting in your room, you've got to look at her every day and really enjoy her. But with all the Charlie Bears, they are so enchanting. I don't think there's really any of them that are very unpopular. I know so many collectors that have hundreds and hundreds of Charlie Bears, and they just love the chase of finding the harder to find ones, and also always the anticipation of the new collections coming out. We cannot wait for our next delivery here, and we hope this is a little insight into what has arrived. It's always great to see them in a little bit more detail, because I always find that the images of the Charlie Bear website, it doesn't do the bears any justice at all. These are very specialist collector's items for all ages, right across the board. Now, a little something different just before I sign off from this video is the puppets. How many of you are collecting the series of these? I know we had Old Vic, and she was a really good seller. I was a bit insulted actually, because I was like, oh, is this named after me? But yeah, the rest of the series are dribbling through now, and this is Savoy, and actually this is very sweet. It's a very super soft off-white little string puppet there, done on the traditional wooden fixtures, but these would look very nice displayed, so you can take them out of the box and you can actually enjoy them. Another one that's come through is the bunny, and this is Adelphi, so obviously named after the theatre, and actually limited editions to just 1,000 pieces. So once these have gone, then that's that. But £45, we do always have some great offers on our website as well, and we're thinking of some great Charlie Bear offers that'll be coming up soon as well. So it's always worth keeping an eye out at maryshortle.com, because we like you to adopt our beautiful teddies, and if we can always make paying for these collectible items a little bit easier, you can also purchase them through Klarna or partially payment plan. But why not? If a teddy or a bunny or a puppy, then why not a puppet? So thanks so much for watching this video. We hope you love watching them as much as we do making them. And I just want to give a really big shout out to Holly. I know you love watching these videos, and I hope you've enjoyed your new toddler that we've just sent you to. Thank you so much for watching this video from Oberon and myself. We can't wait to make the next one for you. But in the meantime, we're open here Monday to Saturday, 10 AM to 5 PM. Can't wait to meet you all very soon.